It was. I ate a steak and something else. And, it was just like a celebrity hangout, apparently.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Who knew?
All right. We mentioned that, you ass.
What?
Well, the fact that Anthony Michael Hall
I forgot about that. He was there.
Oh, yeah, we already did that.
Was at the table behind us. And I just hear, Jimmy.
Well, you know what?
And I thought it was a fan.
Here's a celebrity that knows me and Anthony, too.
Yes.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Oh,
hey, Kevin.
There he is.
Oh,
Look at Jimmy
Kevin?
Kevin Smith, how are you, my friend? Hello. Don't mind. I don't mind.
How are you?
Good. Have you been up all night?
What a great day.
Have you been up all night, too?
I'm wide awake. I have been. Our call time was like 7 o'clock, 7:30, so I've been at work.
And those things don't end quickly.
No.
It's not like, you call us 7:30 and you'll be done by 10.
It just
no, it doesn't happen
like
that way.
a half an hour ago, and it was.
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's not hard work. You know what I'm saying? But it's just.
It's tiring.
It's long. It's long. But still, you never feel like you could complain or bitch about it because you're like,
it's a great life.
What a fucking good life.
It's a great life.
It's insane.
It's crawling
crazy.
up into an attic.
It's just, and also, I mean, you gotta just come and observe for a day and just watch. Never mind what's going on in front of the camera. You watch how easy I have it. You just stare at me all day long. People just come over and just go like, "Do you want chicken wrap?" And I'm like, yeah,
that sounds good.
And then the chicken wrap comes with a bottle of water and a yoo-hoo. Yeah. And then somebody comes by and a big basket of Philadelphia pretzels, hot. And they got a bottle of mustard, bottle of Cheese Whiz, and not the can, like the squeezy bottle kind. So you can get even more onto pretzels.
Taste that of flavor.
Very much so. Would you like a pretzel? Absolutely. And it's just amazing. And people go like, I'm standing there and it's raining on everybody.
Yeah.
And then, some lady on the crew will have an umbrella and be like, "Oh, here you go."
Here,
I'm like, "Oh no, come on, you keep it." It's tough. It's a tough life. It's weird though because you always got to be careful, man, because you can't just do anything lightly. You can't just be like, "Man, I wish we could wipe out an entire nation." Because people won't make it happen for you.
Okay, Kevin wants to wipe out.
Oh my God! They're like, he never asks for anything. He just said this. Let's do this for him. You got to be careful what you throw out there because they do it for you. There's what a great crew. The crew on this movie, one of the best crews I ever worked with, if not hands down the best crew. Oh, we got. Can I give names that don't bore people to death? But
It's
people
like
love
an
that
Academy
kind of thing.
Award.
Totally, but we'll never win. So, but we got these two dudes on the movie, Mike Tadros and Ray Quinlan. Dudes who are like old New York guy, the Silver Foxes we call them. They got white hair and whatnot. These motherfuckers have worked on every movie ever made since the beginning of time.
Ben-Hur was there.
Pretty much, they're like, well, when G.W. Griffith made, and you're like,
that is going back.
They're like, when we were at the Black Maria when good old Edison founded film. They've just like, seriously, they'll be sitting there and he's going like Tadros will be talking to him. He's like, well, we ran into a problem on Kentucky Fried Movie once, but I was like, and you're like, Kentucky Fried Movie. Oh, it's amazing. And Quinlan was like Woody Allen's gaffer for years and years and years, and now he's like the PM. And they're just two like classic New York film people, man.
That's
movie
awesome.
people, not even film, movie people. Whole crew's like that. Wonderful people across the board. Movie looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It really does. Honestly, people will see what the movie looks like and they'll assume that I had nothing to do with it. Because it looks like a movie, dude. Like, like we passed, here's the good news. We passed the Warner Brothers muster test. Warner Brothers, very corporate, very organized, and very like, look, we have a thing we do, and if you don't match up to it, we'll let you know pretty fucking quickly. So they're looking at your first week of dailies, at least for me. I think if I'd done it once, then they'd be, okay, we could trust them. But like their first time with me, my first time with them. So, every step of the way, they're going to be looking at everything. But we passed the dailies test. Like, they've been like, stuff looks great, which means we look like a Warner Brothers movie.
It looks like a real movie.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And then every day you just go like, wow, we're one step closer to seeing that dopey-ass shield at the front that, like, I used to see in front of cartoons, growing up. And
see, we were just talking about that.
I know.
With the Johnny
I can't
Carson
wait,
thing.
man. I can't wait.
That's awesome.
How is Bruce Willis? I'm going to ask a real girl question. How is Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis is dreamy. Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis, man. It's like you're sitting there talking to Bruce Willis, and the whole time your head inside your head, you're just screaming. You're like, it's fucking Bruce Willis, it's John McClane, it's David Addison, it's Hudson Hawk. Like, you're speaking to living history. You'll be dead and forgotten. They'll still have pictures of this dude at a Suncoast video store if they're open ever again. Like, this man's a living legend. So there's that aspect to him, and then there's just the other aspect to him where you're like, can you do that again, please? Oh. And you feel like, you know, the first time I had to actually, like,
you're the boss, though.
I know, but you are and you aren't. Like, really, there's one boss in a Bruce Willis movie. We all know who it is. But there's that initial moment where I'm like, okay, I got to give my first piece of direction. And my direction is never like, you know, I'll go over and be like, you know, I work with this cat, you know. It's not like I went over and said, okay, in this scene, what you're feeling is anxious. You know, you're feeling anxious. I just come over and I'm just like, all right, so do it right. And throw in your own things.
Well, I understand that Bruce and I are similar in that way. we kind of both work well off kind of a loose direction and not being told.
Yeah, you're both not exactly technical actors.
Men of similar ilk, as they say.
Cut from the same cloth. So, but I'm the kind of guy who'll sit behind the monitor and I'm looking at what's going on, and if somebody kind of flubs the line or doesn't do it the way I heard it when I read it, or maybe misses something or a key word, I just shout it out. I'm like, go back, give me that again. And, I'm just used to doing that with everybody. And the first time I did it with them, I bit my tongue right afterward because I'm like, I don't know if you could do that with this guy.
Here we go. He's going to turn around and go, yeah, right, like you know.
That's the thing. I'm like, I'm going to get shut down in front of the casting crew. He's going to turn around and be like, excuse me. This is not.
Put that smirk smile on.
Yeah. Not even. You're looking for the smirk, hoping I just spit. You're looking for the. Sorry, you saw it too. And I had to call it out. So Jimmy's eye went.
Put it on eBay.
Kevin Smith spit. Let's analyze it. Make sure there's no semen in it.
I don't know. It was a long night. Maybe. Let me try to remember.
Wow. Look at that picture.
That's from back in the Live Free Die Hard promotion.
Yeah.
Days.
Wow, look at that.
Are you and Bruce on the steps?
Yes.
Nice.
Fake.
Get ready to sing "Waiting for a Friend."
Yeah. Look at that picture. I'm just like lips or hips. I'm about to go down. I'm just like, I'm at the point where my arched back as far as I go. Now I'm going to lean forward.
Now, when you got to direct him, if you got to say, like, all right, look, can you do that again? Do you try to, like, blame it on something else?
Yeah,
like, I think the light wasn't right in that one.
No, I go, please, can you do it again because it's my fault? No, not at all. I don't have to make excuses. It's like, that's the happy thing is I found out that the dude's like, you could do it. You could, in mid-take. I mean, because let's be honest, dude, we're not making fucking Schindler's List here. It's not like we have to go to a deep emotive place. The movie's called A Couple of Dicks. We got some wiggle room to, not be so craft oriented.
Mr. Director, la-di-da.
Exactly.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Kevin, you look very relaxed.
I am very relaxed.
Heading into this movie, you were anxious because we got to have you in the studio.
You know what, dude? Because I know, and I was tight. I was all
you look
tight.
like you're in the zone, my friend.
I am in the zone, dude, and here's why. Beginning of June was always going to be real thick and heavy for me because I had the hockey thing going on, and then I got.
Sorry, I ruined that for you.
It's okay. And then I had the Carnegie Hall thing going on.
Yeah, we got to promote the hell out of
June 17th. That's right. Yeah, let's say it now, and then I'll continue talking.
Yeah, well,
in fact, I'm not going to say another fucking thing until you pimp Carnegie Hall.
That I'm going.
An evening with Kevin Smith. So it's Wednesday coming up. Holy shit! It's here already.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
It's fast on the way. Are you guys
we've
going?
Had a crappy non-summer.
Absolutely. Here's the deal.
Absolutely.
Are you really for?
I want to pay for a ticket.
You don't have to pay for a ticket. I got some comps.
I want to pay for a ticket. I want to support the
give me
cause.
Here. I get
but
comps.
I just want to
give me the money, so I get to wet my beak a little. Yeah,
but we want to make sure this thing sells out. So I want to.
There's only about 500 tickets left, so I'm hoping that
we will absolutely be there Wednesday.
500 tickets, come on, who's not going?
I've never seen an evening with Kevin Smith. I've heard nothing but amazing things about him.
I've only seen videos.
I can't wait.
They're amazing.
In Carnegie Hall.
Yeah. This coming Wednesday.
Tracy Morgan said he would open.
For real?
Damn,
he did, and I was just like, I had to stop for a minute because I was like, I don't know, Trace. I don't know if I could follow you. Like, it's one thing, it sounds good on paper, but suddenly, and knowing Tracy too, if Tracy gets on a roll, like 2.5 hours go by, and I'll get out for
Get
the
'em
final
off,
half
yeah.
hour and be
Yeah.
like, any questions?
It brings up something. Make sure he doesn't show his pubic hair.
My pubic
I was
hair.
at Caroline's once. He was showing his pubic hair to the front row.
This guy's hysterical.
He
Tracy
rules.
is crushing this
But-
movie.
but look at this.
Absolutely crushing this movie in a positive way.
Yeah, we saw photos of him riding like dressed like a
Just
giant
like a
cell
cell
phone.
phone.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was worried when that picture hit the internet because I'm like, oh, out of context, will anybody understand?
Nah.
But people were just like, I thought the response was really funny.
was a
Most
funny
people were just
picture.
like,
With Tracy, it's
this
in context.
this picture
doesn't
makes
matter.
me want to see the movie. I'm sold based on this picture.
It was a funny picture. So, an evening with Kevin Smith this Wednesday, only 500 tickets. So, I mean, you got to get on the horn today, man. 212-247-7800. Now, how do they get the tickets if they don't call? Like carnegiehall.org, I guess?
yeah. there's a-
USQ.com,
if you go to the Carnegie Hall website,
Okay.
and look it up.
Carnegiehall.org.
.org, and is it /Kevin Smith or something? Is it a simple address?
That's what I don't like.
If you go to viewsq.com, you see an ad for an evening with Kevin Smith,
And that'll
Soundbox
help.
Speaks, and that'll help you get to the
I'll be
Carnegie.
honest, I don't like the websites that are promoting the show. A little confusing. Let's try
the Carnegie
View.
Hall one.
Well, View.
View Askew is Kevin's.
That's mine.
Okay, yeah, all right. So let's go there. Viewisq.com.
Can you get tickets there though?
Yeah, well, it sends you over to that place.
That's a little link, and you have fun on that site.
Thank you.
Just call Carnegie Hall.
Yeah, come
I want
on.
to see Kevin Smith
Help
Wednesday.
me out. You know what? You're resourceful out there. If
Yeah.
you really want to go, you're going to make this happen.
Yes.
And we'll definitely push this
But let
Monday
me
and
go
Tuesday
back.
as well. Yeah, let's go back to
Okay,
the
so
movie
last
thing.
weekend, I went to Brantford up in Ontario, and I entered a team that I played for, and 3 other teams into this Walter Gretzky street hockey tournament that is the 3rd annual one. Oh my God, that last Saturday, top 10 day of my life.
Really?
One of the and you know I've had a good life. That was like one of the 10 best days of my life. It was amazing, dude. I was supposed to fly out of here at Rap, but I wasn't going to make the plane because I had to do laundry and shit. So I decided to just be driven there, and I'd sleep in the car. So I slept. The only thing they could get me at the last minute was this ridiculous stretch limo.
Oh, no,
so not
prom
only
night.
was I going to Brantford, but it's like Hollywood shows up in a limo, does he? Look at him in his fat limo, the jerk. But they drove me up there, and I woke up, and just as we were getting to Brantford, and my wife was already there. She'd flown in, and there was like 3 hours before the first game. And the first game, I have not played a full game of stick in 15 years. And I was goalie then, as I was this weekend as well. I was a fucking god.
Really?
It was insane, dude. It was like I was possessed. It was like Ghost Dad or something like that. If my father had been any good at being a goalie, it was like something entered me, man. And I was
damn.
Dude, look at this. I
looking at video.
I saw
stoned
a
3
great save
penalty
right
shots. If you see it, yeah, there's one on YouTube. And what happened is these guys we were playing, the Bulgarians, their goalie took the shot.
Wait a minute, dude.
Hey, what's up, the goalie?
You got skills in net.
Dude, I'm
real?
saying, I was kind of, watch this. Look
I
at
thought
this,
you were just
stoned.
Look at this save.
Blitzed,
Damn.
blanked.
That was textbook.
Fuck you, McCutch. Next customer.
that was a
And then 2
textbook
more I
save.
blanked, dude. I was on. And look, I'm not saying like, oh, I missed my calling. This film thing was a waste of time. Why didn't I stick with
been in
street
goal.
hockey? But I was shocked at for come on, fucking look at me. I'm a fat fucking man. I was dropping and popping, dude.
You were moving right there.
Oh
Look
my
at
God,
that.
I would drop to my knees, pop right the fuck back up.
Look at the crowd. They're loving the
How'd
save.
you feel the next day?
Like shit. Like I was, that whole day I was like, I never want to
You're on
stop
fire,
doing this.
exactly.
The next day I was like, what am I, retarded?
God
I'm
damn it.
30, almost 39 years old. I shouldn't be doing this.
I was a kid. This didn't hurt the next day.
We played the first game, our team lost. We were kind of shorthanded. We didn't have as many people for the rotation because 2 people dropped out. So we played this team, the Reaper. Was it the Reapers? Yeah, the Reapers, and we lost 7-2. But it was still fun, like funny as fuck, right? And then the next game we only lost by 1, and then the last game we actually won, and it was pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
3-1, I won that game.
Any hockey legends up there?
Walter Gretzky,
Right,
man,
of
the
course.
father of Wayne
Of
Gretzky,
course.
who I met, and we went to the Variety House, the house where they grew up on Variety Ave, which he maintained, he kept all these years and lives in. And so he takes you on a tour. You can see the basement. It's just like the basement that makes you feel like a total dick who wasted your youth and childhood, because it is wall-to-wall trophies, and they're not just Wayne Gretzky's trophies. They're all the kids. every one of these fucking Gretzky kids was up to something, and they were busy, and all through high school winning trophies and shit.
What were you doing?
I was like, I was literally bent with my legs thrown over my fucking neck, trying to suck my own cock. That's what I was doing. I was like, I know it can be done. I can reach the tongue. I'm just playing the tip.
The trophy looks odd for that one.
Yeah. Well, they should give you a trophy if you could get that.
You were trying to play tonsil hockey. That's fine.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm the great one at tonsil hockey.
They should hand out trophies.
Oh, it was amazing though. I met the dude, and he was so fucking nice. This dude's a saint on earth. Took me for the tour through the house, sat around. We went into the backyard, dude. The backyard, which now has a swimming pool in it. But this is the backyard where fucking Wayne Gretzky learned to skate and play.
Yeah.
This is where he learned to skate to the puck. It's powerful, dude. You stand in that backyard, you're like,
homemade rink in the backyard.
That's what he was
With
one of
the
those
hose?
kids. Yeah, like his dad put up the sprinklers and it would
Nice.
create the ice and then he'd smooth it out.
This might be a little obscure, but didn't Wayne's brother play?
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
But did he make it to the
I think
NHL?
two of his brothers played.
Because when I was first starting in radio, I think he was playing in Rochester.
Dude, that's
For the Amherst or something.
Sorry. That's got to suck, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
You
That's why I'm
don't
bringing
want
it
to be
up.
Wayne
I think
Gretzky's brother,
everyone
man.
in the family
It's like-
copped to that too.
like
They're
I
just like,
could've-
it's difficult.
I could have been a good hockey player, but I wasn't fucking great.
No one talks about
Somebody said that
Yeah.
his brother was a really good hockey
Yep.
player. Would have been a really
Right.
good hockey player had he not been
Here-
Wayne Gretzky's brother.
That was the word when I was in Rochester. Like, here's the next Wayne Gretzky. It's his brother. They always would say he's just as good, if not better. But obviously, he never really did much in the NHL.
You can only get
never
one
hear of the
Wayne
brother.
Gretzky
Yeah.
a lifetime.
You never heard of Ted Rivera, did you? No, it's Mariano.
Yeah, where's Mariano's brother, you know?
Have you met Gretzky?
No, I don't think I want to.
Why?
Gretzky means too much to me. I don't think I can.
I'm
meet
sure
him.
he probably knows your work. That's got to be great. You're meeting him as a guy who probably
that's
enjoys
enough.
your work.
You know what it's like? It's like that scene. Remember? I don't know if you remember Last Temptation of Christ. At one point, when Willem Dafoe steps off the cross and he goes lives a life for 20 minutes and shit, he comes across Harry Dean Stanton, who's playing Paul, the apostle, the disciple, and Paul used to fucking persecute Christians and Jews, and then well, not Jews, but unless they were zealot Jews, or in Romans, of course. And then he was struck on the road to Damascus by the voice of Christ, and it was like, "Hey, why are you killing all my friends?" And he's like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry." And then he became he flipped sides. So anyway, like Willem Dafoe, he's got a wife and he's got some kids. They're walking through like the town square, and there's Paul talking about the risen Christ, and the Christ they always talk about in church and shit. And he pulls him aside. He's like, "Hey, man, not for nothing, but I am Jesus Christ. This guy you're talking about. I live. I came off the cross. And I got married. And I got kids. I don't know who you're talking about." And Harry Dean Stanton is just like, well, not for nothing, but it doesn't matter. But he's going because my Jesus people be willing to die for. My Jesus people are happy to die for him. He gives them peace and shit. And who are you? You're just a guy.
Walking around a guy. Yeah,
That's what I feel like. Like I feel like Wayne Gretzky means so much to me. If I just met him and he turned out to be just a human being,
Yeah.
I'd much rather just think of him in glowing
The
terms.
legend.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have
anything?
anything signed by him?
His father this weekend gave me a shit ton of things.
Oh, wow.
That were signed by me. Yeah,
So
like
you got a Wayne
sticks and-
Gretzky trophy.
I didn't get. I got a
lift
bunch
it.
of things, man.
I don't think Wayne would miss it.
I know. I could have. I was looking around,
Can you
going
imagine?
like, I wonder if I could take one of
Can you
these.
imagine?
That'd be such bad.
Why
form.
didn't you just tell the dad you wanted to meet him?
Because I don't like.
You should meet. No, but you should rethink that.
No, I
think that you'd be
understand.
I
happy.
don't know,
I
man.
They're usually nice. People you want to meet are usually cool.
No, they're not.
I've
dude.
always had great
I wanted to meet.
experiences.
I wanted to meet Chevy Chase, and guess what?
We
I
met
could have
him,
told
too.
you that. Anyone could have told you that. You know what? That Adolf H was not quite the guy I thought he'd be.
I think MC Hammer might be on the Pix News today.
Oh, because this dude
I
dancing.
think
He's coming in
no.
studio.
He's a
Jill's-
big Twitter
Jill's
guy.
got the pants
He
on.
tweets
too.
a lot, doesn't he?
Oh,
He's a big
boy.
Twitter dude.
I don't follow fucking
Yeah,
MC Hammer.
MC
he's
MC Hammer's
coming
going to
in
be
I follow
into
you,
that.
man. I see you update a lot. I see all your things.
I go through stages,
I see there's a rush. There'll be a rush of tweets.
Well, like we were on Jimmy Fallon last night, so I wanted to just.
How was that? I'm sorry I didn't see it.
I had a ball, man. We
That
had
was
a
a lot
great
of fun.
time.
And they shoot right
Definitely.
here in town.
Yeah, right there.
The-
over
well,
the-
like you were
oh,
saying,
Peloton.
the old Johnny Carson studio when Johnny was in
That's
New York.
what freaked me
So-
out. Like I was watching, I'm sitting in there, and then we go into one of the green rooms, and there's a big poster up there of Johnny Carson, Ed McMahon, and Nancy Sinatra sitting on the couch and everything. And it was the old Johnny Carson studio when he was in New York, like fucking mega years ago. And it's the same studio, so I'm just kind of going, holy shit, man. As a kid, when my parents were watching Johnny Carson, this was the studio
Whoa.
where he did it from. And I remember that as a kid watching Johnny Carson and Ed McMahon. And
Isn't that fucking cool? And then
it's
there
like,
you
now,
are years
there I
later.
am, years later, never thought you're walking out on that stage. It's the same stage, same place. It's like, fucking, that freaks you out sometimes when you think stuff like that.
It's the good life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's amazing, dude. You're looking at that and you're going like, my parents used to watch this shit.
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting in the same thing they used
Same
to fucking
friggin'
want.
place, you know.
I've
right
had that moment a zillion times
It's
for the last
amazing,
2
isn't
weeks.
it?
Like every time I'm looking at the monitor and I see Bruce Willis holding a gun, I'm just like,
Come on.
that's fucked up.
That's
like
McClane.
I've seen Bruce Willis hold a gun in many movies, and
Yeah,
now
yeah.
it's one I'm making.
It's
It's
your
crazy.
movie.
And now you can tell them to hold it different.
Yeah, I'm like, quit holding it like a pansy. Man up.
It's a gun, not a cock you're holding.
I'm totally using that line.
I fucking...
And when he glowers at me, I'm going to be like, Jimmy Norton said it.
He'll go, who? And you go, yeah, I forgot.
I can never watch enough Die Hard, by the way.
Oh, fucking
it's
yes.
never a movie you turn off.
He did it. He did the other day, last night. I don't know if he was authentic or if he did it just to fuck around. But we were there's a shot where he has to go in and declare, like, you know, who he is, and he was saying Brooklyn PD, and then somebody was like, "You wouldn't say Brooklyn, it was just say NYPD." At that point, I was like, "Bruce, man, that means Jimmy Monroe is in the same force that John McClane." Like that's,
right.
And he smiled and then walked away because you see in his face, he's just like, "You fucking fanboy." You know, I don't want to work with a fucking
By the
fanboy.
way,
I'm like, "Hey, you were so awesome when you killed Hans Gruber. You were right to do it." But anyway,
I
so
have a
he
machine gun.
walks into the shot, and he's supposed to just simply go like, you know, "Excuse me, ma'am, NYPD, can we speak to you?" It's rushing into the shot to start it, give it some like motion to scare the woman and her child who are coming up the way, and he jumps in and he's just like, "John McClane, NYPD, ma'am, you gotta go," and all of a sudden he goes, "Fuck," and he steps out, and then we were all like, "Ah!"
John McClane, look.
And you sit there going, was it real? Or did he just pour on a little bit of Bruce Willis syrup just for us all? Which we needed at 3:30 in the morning, you know? Everybody is just like, Bruce Willis showed up.
How much more you got to film? How long?
Tons, dude. We're on we just wrapped day 9. Today will be day 10. And then
Shoot again today?
Yeah, at 7:30 call time, 7:30 p.m.
Wow.
PM. It's
so
a night
you'll-
shoot.
you'll
So I
sleep all
get
day.
all day off and shit.
Get a little snooze time.
Get a little snooze.
Yeah.
But then that'll wrap the end. That'll be the end of week 2. And then we still have, let's see, day 9, and we still had 39 days to go. So as of the end of today, we'll have 38 days to go. It's pretty dope, dude. I don't want to jinx it, but
That's awesome.
performances across the board. Like Tracy's crushing it. Tracy, you watch Tracy's footage, man, and you just see like a little ticker take in the bottom right-hand corner with his price tag going up. This dude's gonna be a big player. Bruce is crushing it. It's classic Bruce Willis. It's the Bruce Willis that you want to see, and he's doing comedy.
Yeah,
like serious comedy. Like when was the last time you saw that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's been funny in movies, but like this is flat out comedy.
We could see it in your face, Kevin.
Oh, Sean William Scott shot this week.
We love that guy.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. You gotta get him.
Killed it. He was hysterical.
We got to get him in here. He
He
loves doing the
that
show
dude's a
too.
genius. Yeah, I talked to him when I first got to set last night. I was like, dude, when we're done here, I'm going to O&A in the morning. He's just like, oh, can I go with you? I said, yeah. But they broke him early, and then I guess he forgot.
Yeah, we'll get
He
him
was
in here.
exhausted.
Snoozed.
But yeah, he's around.
Yeah.
Hey,
he did it. Who else is Adam Brody is in the movie from the OC. That dude's a fucking genius. He's really funny. And Kevin Pollak, who's really fucking funny and and also like brings
I was just
boatloads of
watching
experience.
him and Bruce Willis in that movie.
The whole 9 yards, the whole 10 yards. They know each other.
No, they were also in another one where he's Bruce Willis is what is he, cop? There's a hostage situation at the house. Kevin Pollak was the father at the house.
Hostage or something like
hostage.
that. Yeah.
I was just watching that the other night.
So
Fucking Bruce Willis, man.
He's
Every movie, you're
badass.
just like, he's fucking badass.
He's a badass. Guillermo Diaz. He plays our bad guy. And Guillermo Diaz is he was in like that Parker Posey movie years ago, Party Girl. But like most people notice him or know him from. Did you ever watch Weeds?
of course.
Oh yeah.
He
Okay.
was the Mexican dealer.
Yeah, he's great.
Oh, this
He's great.
dude's a fucking genius, and
Weeds
I fought
has
so hard to
started up
cast him
again.
because I've always loved him. He's always an interesting actor to watch his face, and he's always like, you know, some people you could tell how they're going to deliver a line. Some lines that people read on the page, you're like, yeah, that's pretty much how I thought I'd hear it. And then you meet these actors who find a way to like deliver a line where you're like, I never would have thought of delivering that way. Yeah. And he's one of those cats where you're like, that's fucked up. Why did you think of delivering it that way? It's really interesting.
Yeah, because some directors, I guess, would look and go like, that's not the way I saw it. I don't care if you did it better. It's not the way I saw it.
Yeah.
But you're just like, hey.
I'm like, well, the nice thing is because I didn't write the script, I'm way more collaborative. So I'm just like, because I can't sit there and arbitrarily say that I am the, you know, my opinion matters. Yeah, exactly.
Fucking write it.
That's what I'm saying. So I can never feel like that comfortable going like I get it. My job is to steer the ship. But, like, I'll defer to the writers all the time where I'm like, what did you see when you wrote it in your head? Or if somebody has a good idea, I'm like, let's fucking try that shit. Why not?
You know, as far as Hollywood bad guys go, I got to go back to Die Hard again. What a great collection of bad guys Gruber had with him.
Yeah.
I mean, the one scene where...
We were all lamenting last night.
We ran out of table. Where the guy's on the table. Hey, pal. And Bruce Willis just shoots him through the table, all in his femoral arteries. Just fucking destroyed him. What a great 80s collection of bad guys in that movie, though.
Very much
the long
so.
hair, fucking Goodenough there with his long fucking blonde locks.
We were just talking about him last night, Goodenough, because I forget who.
Sean
William Scott going, let's get that guy in this movie.
Let's get him in
and
there,
Bruce
man.
goes, he passed, Sean.
Oh, he did? Dead.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah. That was like, wasn't that a tragic, like, carbon monoxide?
Was it? I
Thing
thought
or
it was
something?
like dude got cancer.
No, I think.
Yeah, let's look it up.
It was like some odd thing.
Yeah,
let's look it up for a happy fucking
Yeah,
morning.
no.
way to bring
We don't
things
even
down.
need to
I
look
know.
it up.
But that there was also that Asian guy that when he was at the candy counter. What a great scene that was. You know, the badass fucking
Little
guys
touches
waiting
like
at the
that,
door.
man, that make it very memorable. Like that's when you think of movies, you don't really think about like the set pieces, as much as you think about those little moments, and that's what makes you go back.
Yeah, it's such a great scene. I mean, this badass fucking, and you've seen that Asian guy as a bad guy in so many other movies. And he sits there, he fucking gets his rifle, he's aiming it at the door. The guys are coming in, and he's at the candy counter, and you don't even realize that he's at that counter. It's nothing until he glances down 2 times. And then reaches in and grabs a candy bar. He's just like, I'm a bad guy, I'm badass, I'm going to be killed shit, but that fucking Snickers bar looks great, man. It's those moments, man, that make that movie great.
What happened?
Sorry, there's a chair behind me.
Oh, hey, I got to ask Kevin, you're going to miss Game 7 tonight, my friend.
I'm going to be watching on the set. We found a way to hook it up through the monitors, so one of the monitors will have the picture.
No?
I mean, look, I'm kind of interested, but I'm not. Neither of those guys are my team, so I can still direct.
I would say you would go Penguins.
I do go Pens.
Yeah,
we shot there, and also it's just like, to me, this is set up to be like a repeat of the '84 Oilers, dude, where they were beat last year by this team, and then they face the same team again this year, and then win. So and I predicted, I said Pens in Game 7 at the beginning, so. We're at Game 7 now. It's just we gotta take it to the Pens. I mean, I knew they'd put up a fight, man. After those first 2 games, it was looking really grim. But then
bad.
The kid wants it. That little kid wants it.
You got Detroit listening today too, though. So
well, I'm not saying that Detroit sucks. I'm going to shoot a movie in Detroit, dude. That hockey movie hit somebody. We're going to shoot in Detroit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know,
I just saved my ass right there. I'm like, look, I may not be rooting for you guys for the cup, but we're coming there to make a movie.
You don't want them throwing octopuses at you.
Yeah, I don't want to get there and get a squid in the
Wayne
face.
Gretzky may enjoy acting.
No, dude, you keep.
He doesn't want to meet
everybody.
I want to see Kevin meet his hero.
I don't know. If I meet him, I'm like, oh, Jimmy, he was a dick.
No, I don't think you would be. I've heard good things about him.
Have you?
Yes.
But have you ever heard a bad thing?
No.
That's
About
because
Gretzky?
He's kind of fishy, isn't it?
No, he's one of those guys who's just, he seems like a nice guy, and I've heard that he's like a really nice dude.
But don't you understand what he's saying?
Yes, but
sometimes you just don't, you want
he'll
to keep
be,
it where
after it's
at.
over, and he'll be happy
enough,
he did it.
Man. Sometimes
Jimmy is the exact
enough.
opposite, though. Jimmy wants to meet every hero he's ever
But
had.
most experiences have been great. Most have been great. Not all. A couple have been kind of douchey, but they've all been interesting. De Niro wasn't a dick, though. He said no for a picture, but he wasn't a dick.
But you were a dick.
Oh,
I'm talking about you being a dick.
He said no. Jason Mewes tried to take a picture of Jack Nicholson once. We went to this like fashion show. And he goes, Mr. Nicholson, I'm a huge fan of you, and I loved you in Batman. Can I take a picture of you? And he goes, no. Walked away. He was blanked by Nicholson.
I was at an event, and De Niro was there. And
Jimmy had a douchey moment.
I wanted to get a picture with him, and they had said no pictures of Billy Crystal play premiere. And I walked up behind De Niro, and he was standing there. I just tapped his form, and I went, Bob? Because I was hoping, I swear to God, I was hoping that if I said Bob, he would think that we had met or talked on a prior occasion.
You're trying to deceive Bobby D?
I was, and I'm like...
he lies for a living, dude. How are you going to deceive that guy?
Well, my
That's his
acting apparently
job.
wasn't up to skill. I said, can I take a picture with you? And he went, no. He goes, I just want to see Billy, because if I take one, a lot of people will ask. And I couldn't argue with him, because he was...
Tell them no.
Yeah, exactly.
Just tell
but he
that.
wasn't a dick. He was like, we shook hands. He was okay.
Right.
Oh, wow. That is really cool.
And that didn't put you off him at all?
No,
You're
he
like,
wasn't.
I understand that.
Gene Simmons, I had a weird run-in with, but afterwards, it all works out. But I've heard Gretzky's great.
I met Gene Simmons once at the Golden Apple in Los Angeles, and he was nice enough, but man, I've never met anybody who was more into making money.
Oh my God!
I thought I liked
right?
making money,
Yeah, no,
but I'm a nickel and dime artist. This guy,
he's a machine.
oh my God, the dude, like literally, we were just introduced by Bill Leibowitz, this dude who used to run Golden Apple, who died, and he within no lie, dude, within 3 minutes, the dude had whipped out a notepad and showed me all these projects he was working on, and then he showed me, he's like, but you know what's really going to make me rich? And I was like, no, tell me. I assumed you were. And he flips the page. I mean, you're fucking Gene Simmons. He flipped the page, and there was a picture of a $sign. And I was like, I didn't know what he was trying to say. Like, I was like, that's going to make you rich?
Yeah,
money? Is this a game of some sort? What kind of game is being played? He then proceeded to tell me that he had trademarked the $sign on a bag.
On a bag, like in Monopoly.
Yes.
That.
And then he was, my Parker Brothers, whoever makes that game, was eventually going to owe him money. I was just
crazy.
I was like, dude, we just met.
Yeah, why are
I
you
mean,
telling me this?
Why are you telling me your harebrained scheme?
When he said, I'm going to show you how to make money, do you think he was going to take his wig off and cook vegetables in it and say, the wok?
The Gene Simmons walk. That's what it is.